Hello. Finally got around to throwing my bodysuit in the washer after a convention. So now he needs a really good brush. But everything went well. His fur wasn't destroyed. How much was your fursuit? The whole thing, so it's a Digidegrade full suit made by Fursuit Yourself on Instagram with 3 underscores in the name, was $2,000. But I mean, if you wanted to commission her now, it's probably gonna be more because she's getting better with every suit. You should commission her. So it was relatively cheap. All things considered. Wow. He's not entirely dry, but I figured he looked pretty ragged. He needed this. That's a lot. My parents wouldn't let me spend that much money. Yeah, I was supposed to save up for a car, but that didn't happen. You know what I really gotta do? I gotta make my text size bigger for when I live stream. I always forget to do that. Okay, there we go. Hopefully it'll update. Hope it's not bad to brush it while it's still damp. I think the worst thing of paying for the suit, it didn't even stop after I paid for the suit itself, because we had to pay for the green machine, spot cleaner, to clean all the parts that had foam in them. That was $100. And then there's other things, even little things like this brush and a fursuit fan. And we thankfully have a lot of things already around our house. We already had the correct detergent. We already had camelbacks for suiting and stuff. But if you didn't have all that, it would be a good it could honestly pay up to $500 you spend in just getting stuff to take care of the suit. So this was my first time putting my bodysuit through the washer, and it was terrifying, because if you didn't know, you can't put any heat on fox fur, faux fur, whatever, fake fur, because these are all tiny little plastic fibers. They're little thin strings of plastic. But if you melt them, it's going to turn into one big chunk of plastic and it won't be fluffy anymore. And washing machines and dryers really do like to have heat involved in the process. So while there are settings to negate it, it was still terrifying, because what if it was warm, like hot in there, and I didn't know? So we put it in the washing machine. We watched like a show and I couldn't focus at all. I was just thinking about my baby. And then after we switched it over to the tumble cycle, so it just like spins it around to get water out with no heat, supposedly. We weren't 100% sure on that. I was in the shower, and as soon as I got out, I had to like get out, check on him, open the dryer up. I was so scared. But all went well. And I left him overnight to dry. Hey, Teddy. Okay. But it all went well. And now he gets to be all clean for any Halloween activities we decide to do. There's a mini convention coming up. It's all Halloween themed. I really hope I can go to it. There's some complications with our schedule, but if we might be able to get around that, and if so, I'd be so happy to go to that. Because it looks really fun. Just need to look how fancy this is. Anyway, hope you can go. Yeah, me too. Especially one of my mutuals, Dogma. I think his pronouns are he, him. But anyway, we haven't been able to meet up since the last mini-con we went to. Ugh, I want to see him again. So hopefully, same with Rax Panda. So hopefully that all works out and we end up going. That'd be really fun. And then there's all sorts of, Halloween, just like costume events and stuff. That will be fun to attend with my suit if I can. Maybe just partially, but still. Oh, ready? Hiya! So he's almost all brushed out, just because the washing machine makes him nice and raggedy. Especially considering that when you put him in the washing machine, I turn him inside out, so it's the backing on the outside. Which means like all the fur is like getting rubbed together with no breathing space. So I'm glad everything went well. Because a lot could have gone wrong. Reddit is like my savior. I don't think I could do this if Reddit wasn't a thing. So he's still a little damp in some places. It's mostly the limbs. But I figured I'd brush him out anyway. Fursuiting is fun for real. Even people who hate furries know it is. Yeah, and especially because like sometimes there'll be like teenagers that walk up to me when I'm suiting and they'll be like, "Can I have a photo?" And I have no idea if they're like anti-furs or whatever. And so they're like, "Oh my god, that's sick." Because if so, that'd be really funny. And I also don't know if they're like anti-furs that are shouldn't getting a photo, so they can go to their friend and be like, "Look at this random weirdo furry I saw." Or whatever. I was actually suiting this one time, and funny story, my dad, who was handling me, had to go get something from the car. And we were at a party type thing. It was outdoors, and there was music playing, and it was kind of late. And people were drunk. And so this like woman, and I think her probably husband, kept on going like, "Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance with us?" And I was like, "No." Well, at first I was like, "Yeah." And she started pulling me, and I was like, "Get away from me." So So I like walked far away from them, and then they saw me again, and so I like walked even farther. And then this like group of teenage girls, or not a group of, but it was like 2 girls. They were probably in like high school, maybe just out of high school. And they were like, "Oh my god, can I get a photo? Can we get a photo?" And I was like, "Sure." And I was like, "I don't mean to bother you, and I know you're trying to have fun here, but like, there's these like 2 drunk adults that are like harassing me. Can I just like chill with you until my dad gets back?" And they're very sweet about it, and they're like, "Yeah." And one of them actually was like thinking about joining the furry fandom apparently, which was really cool. Oh, you see so much SpongeBob. I don't think you understand. It's a problem. Like my fursuit, this thing that I spent tons of money on, guess what's literally part of it? That's right, the SpongeBob flower. Okay, so he's all brushed out now. So I'm gonna hang him back up to dry. And I'm gonna end the stream. Bye-bye. Maybe. This ain't working.